All right, what's going on, everybody? Doing something a little different here. We are going to be doing a, I guess, guided lap guide, however you want to look at it, for the 8.6 at Monza Combined circuit, since PCC will be running their Week 2, Season 3, 2025, which, depending on when you're watching this, is either right now or next week. Or maybe in the past sometime if it's way in the future. If that's the case, what you doing? Anyhow, so this track is going to be kind of wild. There's a huge speed disparity between the 8.6s and the M2s here, way more than normal. There are major parts of this track where the M2s are going to be anywhere between 40 and maybe as much as 50 mile an hour faster as they fly by, closing in, all that kind of stuff. These M are the 8.6s here. At best, they'll do about 131, 132 maybe. Maybe a pinch quicker in a draft. And it depends on how you set the car up. I would recommend a low drag setup for this to get that little extra speed. Whereas the M2s, on the other hand, they're doing about 170 on the straightaways. So, they're depending on where they catch at, you're anywhere between 30 to almost as much as 50 mile an hour quicker, or they are. So I got a couple of ideas here to kind of keep everybody separated. So hopefully people are watching this video and they learn a thing or two. That will hopefully make everybody's races go a little bit better. Because there's a few areas on this track where we can give each other space very easily. And there's a couple of areas that are going to be extremely dangerous, especially with these high closing speed rates. So this is my currently my PB lap in the 8.6. It's a 313.1 something, 313.127. So we're gonna go through this one here, show you based the line that I'm running, and point a few things out, a couple of danger areas, and that's gonna be pretty much it. So here we go. Obviously, we're starting here just before the start-finish line. So through here, not much to really talk about. Do keep an eye on your relative, though, because like I said, if through here, M2s are going to be coming up on you pretty quick. And this is where things start to get a little bit interesting. So, as you can see, I am below the yellow line. In the testing I've done, if you drive down here, it's the car's not quite as stable, and you're going to be scrubbing some speed off. So because it's flatter down here, even if you put a couple of wheels up here on the banking, it just doesn't quite work as well. If you drive on this banking, you will have a very stable car. It'll hold roughly 125, 126, pretty much all the way around the curve here, and then accelerate out down the next straightaway. And the same thing on the following banking. If you go up here, above the yellow line, the banking is steeper, but the 86s do not go fast enough for this banking to be beneficial to you. The M2s, on the other hand, will get an advantage by staying up here. So, this is going to be tough at the beginning of the race when everybody's all bunched up, but as we get kind of strung out, if you can stay down here, especially mid to late race when the M2s start coming around and start lapping people, if you can stay down here, let them have all of this up here, we won't be having any crashes where people get M2 BMWs up their butts. A little food for thought for anybody who's watching. So keep it clean, keep it down here. This is actually going to be your fastest line too. Down here, going from down here, like half on, half off, just to here, got me about a half a second between this turn and the second turn. Up here actually loses you time because you don't go any faster, but it's a longer path, so you're losing time just because of extra distance. So right here is the sweet spot. And just follow this, like I said, all the way around. Try to stay below the yellow line, but don't get down too far into this flat bit down here. The car gets a little shaky and you'll scrub a little speed. Yeah, we're actually doing 27, 28 now. And I would recommend staying over here, staying on the right side again, leaving the left side open for the BMWs to come flying through. And as we come around here to the end, we're going to pause it again. Right here. So as you can see, things get really narrow really freaking fast. If you're by yourself, right here is perfect. Yeah, you're going to get a nice straight shot out. The car will stay stable. You won't have any weirdness going on. Just keep it to the floor the whole time. Easy peasy. If you have BMWs coming up on you and you're going to meet each other right here, get as close to that green wall as you can. Like all the way over. There's enough room for two cars to fit through up here, but basically that BMW's got to be on the wall to the left. You got to stay to the wall to the right, and nobody's going to have any issues. If anybody wiggles a little bit one way or the other, you're going to have a pretty bad crash. So for everybody's safety, if you're in an 8.6 or probably Miatas as well, stay away over here. At BMWs, if you stay over here, we shouldn't have any issues. And again, going down the straightaway, if you're in traffic being lapped, it's best to stay off here to the right. You can actually, as we get up here, you'll see in a second. Was it Blossomo? I think the name of the corner, the name of the next corner is something like that. I don't know. I'm not sure how it's supposed to be pronounced. But anyway, so if you're in the 8.6s, you can actually get immediately down on this line and leave room, like maybe over like another half a car to leave plenty of room up here to get the BMWs around you, and just stay right on this white line all the way around. Doing a line like this is a little bit faster where you slip out a little bit. You'll scrub a little bit less speed off, but in traffic, you can stay right down here and keep your foot to the floor, no problem. Now, here, turn in here again, this is all still flat. There's no lifting it. If you will look down here, I haven't lifted it all yet, and you won't lift. Roughly right here, so about halfway between the 100 and the curbing up here is roughly where you want to turn in, kind of where the grass turns color right here. And then, we'll slow her down. You want to eat this curb. You can get all the way over to where you're touching the grass over here. As long as you've got two tires in over here, you're fine. But you can basically hit this grass and not get it off track. Damn near hit the grass at least. Again, still flat all the way till here. Now the rest of this corner, or rest of this track, is just normal Monza, like any other race here. Get through Les Mo's 1 and 2. Then we get up here to Ascari, and with this car, we can be super, super aggressive with the curbing and the sausages. Don't be afraid to run the sausages over. This car floats right over. As long as you're not sliding sideways, you can just boop, 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 right on over. You see hard on the brakes. Sausages. All the sausages. And right over top of that sausage. And the car's stable as can be. Sometimes it helps to do a little bit of a lift right as you're going over it so you don't have the tires break loose a little bit. But you can do it flat across them. Again, as long as the car's stable while you do it. Brake right after that green pavement. Come into Parabolica. And track it out just like you would any other race here at Monza. The only difference is you got this wall here, so you're not tracking all the way out. You're going to run down here along the pit lanes. And that's it. So if we roll back here. Yeah, 3:13:12. I think if we pull it up in here, 3:13:127. So pretty decent lap. The really, really fast guys are probably going to find some more time out there. But if you're anywhere around a 313, you should be doing pretty good in the 8.6s, depending on the split you're in. But yeah, I hope you get something from this. Hopefully enough people watch this where we're all on the same page next week and we don't all crash into each other. I'll be putting up another video for the M2 as well and showing the lines that I was running in it. It is very different. The car is a lot faster, so you actually have to do some braking, not just at the Les Mo's and Ascari. Um, but yeah, I hope you enjoyed this. I hope you learned something. I hope this was beneficial for you. If you could like, subscribe, all that kind of stuff down below, leave comments, all that good stuff. I'd appreciate it. Thanks for watching.